Hey y'all, you are tuned in to the Powerhouse Lash podcast. This podcast is my diary to the lash community where I share my highs, lows, lessons, and rants based on my lash journey. My heart is to share the reality of what it's really like to build a lash business, and I hope this episode helps you feel seen, validated, educated, humored, and makes your lash journey a little bit easier. I'm your host, T the Brand, and I'm glad that you're here. Now, let's get to it. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Powerhouse Lash podcast. I am your host, T the Brand. If this is your first time tuning into an episode, thank you for being here, and I hope that you love it and learn something here. So today we are going to talk about how saying appointments are available on Instagram, on TikTok, on wherever you post your content and try to gain clientele via social media is not enough. Letting people know that you have available appointments isn't going to make more people come in and book with you. So I'm going to share with you guys some things that have helped me build my clientele via social media. So first things first, I'm sure we have all heard about a target audience. It is super important. It's not just something that people come up with and put into place and tuck in their back pocket like, oh, I did this as a thing for my business. No, your target audience is the driving force for everything that you do within your business. Everything that you do, down to your business name, to the colors that you pick, to the times that you work, depends on your target audience. So a target audience is basically your ideal client. So you want to create everything around this one ideal person and do your best to target this one person in all of your marketing. Now, does that mean you'll only have like one type of clientele, or no, that's not what that is at all. You will get people outside of your clients, outside of your target audience as clients. But if you think about when you're if somebody's doing like target practice, or if they go axe throwing or play with darts or whatever, I'm just trying to get to the target as the point, y'all. The goal is to hit that red bullseye every single time. Do you hit other spots on the board? Yes. But are there other points on those other spots? Yes. But the goal is to hit that target. And that's how you should be using your content to grow your clientele. So, making sure that you have everything in place for a target audience. I'm not going to break down all the things that go into a target audience. You can find that anywhere on the internet. And if you need help, my social media marketing and branding class will be launching on February 1st, or relaunching on February 1st. It'll be an online class. You can move at your own pace, ask questions. And then after you've completed that class, should you want to become a part of my mentorship program, then you have the option to do that once that class is complete. And we'll go into target audience. I will help you build your target audience and help you literally do everything that you need to do. But yeah, so you can get that information, Google it, look it up on Pinterest. I'm sure some coach somewhere on Instagram is going to explain all the things that go into a target audience. But when you are developing your target audience, you want to make sure that you are being extremely detailed about this one person, because everything about this person is going to influence everything else in your business. So I'm going to move a little bit into into branding, and kind of tie target audience and branding in together. So you have this person that you want to have as a client. You've created your ideal client with all the details possible about their lives and so on and so forth. Now, your branding, that's the identity of your business. So if that's not strong, when you post pictures of lashes, they don't know your lash pictures from my lash pictures. Well, yes, they would, because my stuff is branded. But for the most part, so you want to make sure that what you are doing stands out. You want to make sure that the name of your business or your brand isn't something as simple as Lashes by T. Okay, everybody got Lashes by somebody as their name on Instagram, as their business name. Get creative, put some thought, put some energy, put some something into your name. Like, don't just settle for the bare minimum. Like, people don't want that. If this is a luxury service, they want to connect with something, and they're not connecting with Lashes by whatever your name is. So making sure that your brand identity is strong. The name of your business, it will need to be attractive to your target audience. And the colors that you choose. If you got all these bright colors, but you want people in their 30s to come to you, that's probably not going to happen, because super hot yellows and hot pinks and such, that stuff looks childish. So you can't have all these childish pieces of branding and then expect a different kind of clientele. You have to really think about your target audience when you are creating things for your business, when you are creating content, and when you're building and establishing your brand, when you're picking the typography, which is basically just the font for the messages that you're going to share. Do the people that you're trying to get to read it have time to look at your pretty scripted lettering that you've used? Is it clear? Is it easy to read? Is it an eyesore? If it is an eyesore, people are going to scroll right past it. So you just spent all that time creating this pretty picture for nothing. So making sure that, again, you are doing everything that your target audience would need to see to get them in and build your clientele. So target audience, making sure that you have a solid brand. A piece of solidifying your brand is letting people get to know you and knowing how to let people get to know you. So a lot of times people will hear that and they think, oh, I need to show when I'm grocery shopping and show my children and show my this personal piece of my life. And that's not what that is. They need to know you, one, yes, as a person, but mostly as an artist, as an expert in your industry, which means that they're going to have to get to know your voice, and they're going to have to get to know how you look and how you talk and how your energy is, what you're putting out as who you are as a person. That's what people really connect to, not the lashes. If I never showed my face, my voice, my anything on Instagram, a lot of people would, you probably wouldn't even be listening to this podcast because you had to find a person to connect to relate to be able to trust and follow and listen to. So that's the same thing for your clientele. If all you're posting is, hey, I got appointments available, and a picture of some lashes, like, that gives them nothing. They don't trust you as the person, as the service provider, so they're not going to come to you to get their services. So making sure that you show up on Instagram. A part of building your brand is having a tone or a voice to your brand, and only you can establish that for you. I mean, your clientele or your potential clientele, your viewers, whatever, they can establish it for you, but that does not always work out, because they're creating a personality for you or a tone for you that may not be yours. So if you're never showing up, if you're too scared to go live, if you're too scared to show up and talk on your stories, if you're too scared to drop a little reel that may have you in it or have you sharing some type of valuable content, which I'll share about as well, then people are not going to book with you. I know everybody's scared of live and scared to talk on social media. Well, how you think people gonna come to you? They gonna come to you and you just gonna be silent? You just gonna be shy? I mean, yeah, new clients can be scary. I still get nervous when I get new clients, but I'm not nervous to the point to where I can't talk to them. I've put enough of me out there so that they know, hey, okay, this is going to be a safe place. She's a comfortable person. She's in cool. She relaxed. She's an expert at what she does, so I can trust her. How do they know I'm an expert? Because I put out valuable content, meaning I put out content that people can actually use, not just pictures of my pretty lashes that I style, but I'm educating everybody who could be a potential client on things about lash extensions. They might not know why they get a lash bath. They may not know what the process looks like. So I'm going to share it. I'm getting free game. Write this down. These are content ideas. So I'm going to share that. They might not know what isolation is, but it's always in some lash artist's caption. So I'm going to make a reel and show you how I'm isolating. I'm going to tell you what it means and why I'm doing it. All the things, valuable content, news that your people can use, things that will educate them. You want to be able to entertain them and encourage them. Those are three major keys to content. But that education piece is huge. A lot of my new clientele, and when I say new, I mean anywhere from within the last year, actually, as I'm thinking back, all of my people within the last year, one of the things that they have said, if they have found me on Instagram, was, I loved how your page looked. Branding and aesthetic is important. I loved how your page looked, but I also like that you educate. People don't be educating. When my clients come in for consultations, I educate them about everything: lash lengths, lash curls, and I'm showing them all of those things. So again, making sure that you are actually sharing valuable content. So those are a couple of things. And then marketing, and on my little notepad I got marketing valuable content. When you're marketing, again, making sure that you're sharing things that can actually help people, making sure that you're sharing things that are appropriate for the clientele that you want. Remember, you get to decide what your ideal client is, your target audience is, so you have to be careful and intentional about everything that you post and making sure that it aligns with this group of people. If you're going to be trying to attract people who and you want them to feel comfortable in your space, this is for them to come to relax and experience luxury and, all the beautiful things. Okay, you can't be posting stuff on Instagram joking about why people, I don't know, just thinking something is funny and it's actually disrespectful. Like, there's a fine line between comedy and disrespect when it comes to content. And just because another lash artist might think it's funny, or because your homegirl might think it's funny, you got to think about your target audience. Is this something that's going to attract them or possibly turn them off? Everything you do in your business depends on this target audience. And if you need some more help, I would love to work with you and assist you however I can. So y'all, make just posting that you have appointments available isn't enough. You have to create a strong presence on all of your platforms, or whatever platform that you're using. Instagram is my main platform. That's where I've gotten majority of my new clientele from within the last year. What I put out there reflects who I am. It reflects what my business is about, and it gives them a feel of what they can expect when they come to their appointment. Just by me talking on Instagram and sharing things on there, they're able to set an expectation and then kind of have it met when they actually come and meet me in person. If they are a first time client, they know that I'm calming and I'm encouraging and I'm all these things that you might see on Instagram. And when they come into my space, those are the things that they not only see, but they get to feel and experience throughout the entire service experience. So making sure that, people are able to know you for who you are as a service provider is super, super, super important. So I hope that this episode was helpful. I hope that you will really do some research and buckle down into building your brand and building your establishing your target audience and building your brand to help you with marketing and building your clientele. Of course, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the review section or send them to me in a DM on Instagram. I'll be happy to get to you with a response. And don't forget to sign up for the social media marketing and branding class if you need that help. And if you need a mentor, I'll be opening up mentorship again on February 1st. Once that class is open, you do have to complete the class before we do start our mentorship program. So yeah, that's that on that. And I will see y'all in the next one.